So hey guys, this is Ali, and uh, since I made this UV sanitizing box, I got some messages about how I did it. It's actually pretty simple, so I'm going to show it to you in this video and show what I bought, and hopefully add some links to the things that I bought, so you can make one of your own in your house. So as I told you, it's pretty expensive. When you want to buy it, like even the smallest ones on the eBay or Amazon, they cost you hundreds of dollars and they don't even fit what you want. So I decided to make my own, and I made mine with under $50. You can even make one with less. I will tell you how, and so let's get into it and see how it looks and what I used. Here is inside this box. As you can see, it's actually pretty huge. These are the lamps, and I just put this rack in I had in my house. So this is the whole box thing. So what you need is one or two of these lights. These are the main costs in building this. So these, I bought two of these bulbs. As you can see, they are 30-watt bulbs, UVC Germicidal lamps. So that's something that you need to remember. You only need germicidal lamps because the normal UV lamps wouldn't do it. So these are germicidal lamps. Each one of them is 30 watts. You can buy one of them or whatever. I bought both of them for $35 on eBay, and based on my experience, you can find cheaper ones on eBay compared to Amazon. They may arrive a bit later, but for me that was fine. So what I did, I bought the lamps that came with the base and the cable. So the cables were included. As you can see, I used a piece of tape to tape it outside, and both of them go inside this, and I use an extension cord which is inside this compartment here. As you can see, I made this one also here to look neat and clean. And the extension cord is because I wanted both of them to just stay inside and only have one piece of cable out. As you can see, there's only one thing out here, which is nice. The extension cord, I bought it for like, I guess, $2-3 from Walmart. So the next thing you need is of course a big box. As you can see, I reuse one of the boxes that I use in my moving. It's the dimensions 18-22-18, so it's pretty huge. And one more important thing that you need is this reflective foil. As you can see here, I bought a roll of 10 feet of this reflective foil on Amazon. I will include a link here with this video in the description. And the width was 24 inches by 10 feet. So and it was more than enough. I had like just a bit left over, and in some places there are more than one piece, one layer, as you can see. And so a lot of glue, a ton of glue to glue everything on the sides. So in terms of the box, I use this cardboard box. But you can go fancier. You can use a like wooden box, or pretty much any box, any shape can do. You can go find a circular box or whatever. As long as you can put the lamps in, you're gonna be good. You can use one or two lamps, or even more. I don't recommend more because it's definitely, like, even two is overkill based on what I found. Two is overkill, but no, I just decided to do two. You can also find the lamps that are like tubes, and they use less energy. But I just like this one. So you can save here. You can also save on these foils around the that I use as a reflective surface. You can use aluminum foils easily for this purpose, like a normal aluminum foil would do that. But I just wanted to like buy some heat resistant material. These are like construction quality heat material, heat resistant insulation, reflective foils. Then there are some parts like these corners that I use like staples. You can use glue or staple at some point if you can reach it. And Then what else I use? Okay, let me show you some of the glues. I had these glues in my house, a spray adhesive, which is I recommend buying one of these. I had this in my house, and I used pretty much all of it. It's like nothing left here, almost here. It makes things much easier, but there's nothing wrong with using like glue like this. I use this glue for putting that like compartment behind this, and the super glue is used to attach these bases to the wall. And as you see, I cut out these parts clean, so they perfectly match. And then this is the foil, a piece of like leftover foil. As you can see, it's pretty thick, but you can use the foil of your own. Now how I did it is pretty simple. It was just a box, and you can just start adding the foil. I started from one corner, and I wrapped it around in one set without cutting, so they all met on this edge, which I then added a leftover piece of leftover foil here, and then I cut a piece for the base down there. As you can see, I left a piece of these are, as you can see, there are like extra lengths here on both sides. You don't have to, they just was like, I won't cut it because it blocks more of the light. And for the lid, or for the like the door, I added an extra piece that is actually, you see, it's kind of like curving outwards. So when I close it, let me close it. So when I close this, which needs more than one hand, sorry about the shaky video. So when I close this, it actually covers the entire crack here, so the light won't come out. And I guess if I do some cuts inside here in the foil, it will close even better. But you can also put like something just heavy on top of it to make sure no light comes out. And I had this like door handle, as you can see, an extra door handle. It's an IKEA extra door handle that I had like left over in the house. I used it here, and there is this bungee cord that I had. You can use pretty much anything for that, just to make sure you don't even need to have it. You can just put something heavy on the lid. There are a few things you need to make sure you do right. First of all, you need a reflective surface for all of it, because you want the UV light to reach every surface of your items. And when you put items in this, you want to make sure that they are not really tightly close, adjacent to each other, because you want the light to get into every side of your objects, anything they are. You want to make sure that you do have a safe place for all the electrics and everything. So don't mess with the electrics if you don't know much about it. And I had to open these myself, but it was like just easy to just 2 screws, very easy to open, and it helped me to make it look clean. But if you don't know how to do it, please don't mess with the electricity, and just buy something like I did with the base and stuff, and just use it directly. You don't even have to put it on the walls. You can just place it on the ground, or just like with its cable, you can just hang it in the middle of the box. It's up to yourself. Just make sure the light gets everywhere. So the reflective surface is a must. As I told you before, UVC germicidal lamps are must. And what else did I want to say? Oh, okay. So you have to make sure that the light doesn't leak out. Just a tiny bit is okay, but this light is harmful for your skin, for your eyes, and it can cause cancer. So make sure that you seal your box. So if you make a box, as you can see, I have everything. They bend in and they fold in, and no light comes out. That's great, because if my eyes or skin are exposed to this UVC light, they can cause cancer. So just be careful about this part. I'm also going to buy something for the outside of it later to make it look even better. You see it says fragile monitor on it because there was a monitor inside this one box. So it should be pretty simple. I mean, like to cut the holes and stuff, I used a like box cutter, nothing fancy. Even like for these places, and a scissors for cutting some of these parts. Really simple, really easy. You just need to be a bit patient, let the glue dry, and yeah, preferably a mask. I mean, a mask is actually a must because a lot of the time you have to bend in inside the box to do something, and all that odor from the glue now is actually, it can be really harmful, which I didn't pay attention to myself at first. So take this as an advice. So hopefully you find it useful. I had this rack also, which is going to be helpful. I can put stuff on it, on top of it, and when I put stuff on top of it, it allows for the light to travel underneath as well. But it's not a necessity. If you have, use it. If you don't worry. You can also use like hooks and stuff on the walls or on the lid to hook stuff and make everything sanitized like that. So hopefully it was useful. This video is of course for my friends, but please feel free to share it if you think anyone else can use it. I do apologize for the like really unprofessional video. It just my friends asked me about it last night and I decided to make a video for it. So I hope that you find it useful and you can actually make it for your own, and stay safe out there, wear your mask, social distance, and take care.